Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been out for the longest period actually in my entire YouTube career. In these past couple weeks, a lot has taken place, both in my personal life and also overseas in Armenia. If you guys follow me on Instagram and you are subscribed on YouTube, you would have known about why I've been absent on YouTube, and that's because there is an ongoing war in Armenia. The past 3 weeks, I mentally, physically, and emotionally could not sit in front of a camera and be upbeat and make videos to entertain you guys, but I don't know how much you guys see or what you're exposed to. I wouldn't feel fulfilled if I didn't sit here and inform you guys on actual facts. This is not going to be an opinionated video whatsoever. Everything I say you can look up and find, but I need your help more than anything right now. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Armenia has been in war for the past 3 weeks. We have been attacked by Azerbaijan, Turkey, and ISIS members, including mercenaries. Now, before I even dive into that subject, let me give you guys a little bit of a background history for you guys to understand everything that's going on and to be well informed on what's going on overseas. So there's a region called Artsakh, which is a historic part of Armenia, and Armenia itself, including Artsakh, has been around for thousands of years. We have an enormous amount of history in our country. If you guys didn't know, we were the first Christians. Noah's Ark, maybe some of you guys know, was on the Armenian mountain Ararat. So many things took place that just changed things around, like the Armenian genocide. And another thing that happened was the Soviet Union. So when the Soviet Union came to effect, Stalin illegally signed off Artsakh, which is part of Armenia, and gifted it to Azerbaijan. As you guys know, the Soviet Union didn't last long and collapsed. When the Soviet Union collapsed, the people of Artsakh voted for independence in 1991. When the Soviet Union collapsed, Azerbaijan declared its independence from Soviet Union, Armenia declared their independence from Soviet Union, and Artsakh declared their independence from Azerbaijan. So to sum it all up, Artsakh is an independent region. Since they declared their independent region years ago in 92 or 94, Azerbaijan attacked the region of Artsakh, trying to make our land theirs. And in 94, they made a truce and that war stopped. Fast forward to 2020, we are being attacked again. To give you a little bit of backstory, Artsakh has always been governed by Armenia, populated by Armenians, have churches in Artsakh and other historic Armenian landmarks. On September 27, which was 3 weeks ago, Artsakh, also known as Nagorno-Karabakh, including the capital of Stepanakert, has been bombed. We are going against Azerbaijan, Turkey, and ISIS members. Literal terrorists are bombing innocent civilians, churches, kindergartens, hospitals. Absolutely mind-blowing. They are saying that this war is a land dispute. I frankly disagree because of the way they're moving and the things they're doing. Now, Artsakh is populated at only 150,000 people. One topic that kept on coming up left and right was, who are the aggressors? We were being titled as the aggressors, but let me give you just simple mathematics and logic to prove that that is not the case. As I mentioned, Artsakh is populated at 150,000 people, and if we include the rest of Armenia, we are populated at 3 million people. Now, when you combine Azerbaijan, Turkey, and I don't know how many terrorists, we're adding up about 100 million people as a population. So we have 3 million against 100 million people. And not to mention, Azerbaijan and Turkey gets funded $1.5 billion in your tax money to fund their army, which I'll get into in a little bit. But please make it make sense. Armenia has so much to lose. Not only are we outnumbered, we don't have funds and weapons and tanks and missiles like they do, but we also do not have any more land to be taken from us by the same people. Armenia has a lot to lose in this war, and we have lost a lot. I'm not talking about the churches, I'm not talking about the cities that they bombed, but I'm talking about the innocent people that have been killed. Another topic that kept on coming up is why should we care? Non-Armenians asking why they should care about what's going on overseas. I don't know if you guys knew, but your tax money is incorporated in funding terrorism, and that is extremely important to know because I'm not comfortable with giving my tax money to terrorists. I don't know if you are, but I'm not. And it's situations like this that make people realize where their tax money is even going, because I guarantee you, you cannot stand there and count on your fingers on where this funding is going to. Terrorism is one of them. The US is funding an army that is killing our people for no reason. We want peace. We do not want war. We have so much to lose. And when I mentioned that this isn't a land dispute, because if it was a land dispute, it would have stayed on the borders. Instead, they are trying to kill off the Armenian race. Now, this isn't something that is coming off on the top of my head. It has been said by the Turkish president that they want to finish off what their ancestors started. And I don't know if you guys know, but Hitler was inspired by the Armenian genocide, and that's why the Holocaust even took place, is because he looked at Turkey as an example and said, who is gonna remember the Armenians? So he went ahead and did that with Jewish people. They are killing off so many innocent people, you guys. How cruel can you be to kill a child? To bomb a kindergarten, a hospital? How disgustingly evil of a person or a government do you have to be to even do that? Now, when the war even started, everything started popping off on social media. I don't know if you guys are hearing this for the first time, but maybe it could be. I wouldn't be surprised, because the news was not doing a good job in journalism and covering our story. Days went by in the war and we did not hear one thing on the news that talked about what was going on in Armenia, because it was absolute destruction. Bombs in cities going off. I mean, if I could include some videos in this video to show you guys how traumatic this war is, I don't know how else to explain to you guys. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably have already seen the videos, but I will try to find as much as I can and incorporate it in here. Days went by, no news coverage. So what we had to do to get the attention of our news stations, which should be doing their job, is we had to close down freeways. Now, some people are confused to, why did you guys close down freeways? People are trying to get places. There was only one way to get on the news, and that was to stop people from getting to destination A to B. And that is what? The freeway. We stopped the freeway, and that's when the choppers started coming out, the news stations started coming out and taking our story. Now, some news stations did a very good job on explaining what was going on in Armenia, and then there were other news stations that absolutely twisted the story and still are. I mean, I'll tell you guys about the freaking articles that I see of mothers mourning the loss of their child, their 18, 19-year-old children. I mean, those are the soldiers that are on the front lines right now. 18, 19-year-olds. When you see the death list and you see the years associated with each and every soldier, I'm talking about year 2000, 2001, 2002, super young soldiers. There was an article just recently saying, look at the Azerbaijan family mourning the loss of their soldier. And it was the Artsakh flag on the soldier, Armenian writing on the flowers. The soldier outfit had an Armenian badge. I mean, absolute horrific journalism. And I don't know what the hell is going on with these freaking news stations and journalists, but some of them are not getting the story straight. Another thing we had to do to get the attention of the world is peaceful protests. We held a 150,000 person protest. I'm talking about over 150,000 people, and we peacefully protested in Hollywood. A video of that is up on my Instagram, you guys could check out. And during this protest, we had not one crime, not one arrest, no police direction. It was all held by us. Not one vandalism, nothing. You guys, nothing. And after our protest, what did we do? We fed people around us, we cleaned up after ourselves, and we made our voices heard. Now, after that protest, some news stations covered our protest and turned the words and focused on our enemy right now. After that, so many different protests started going on, and we really made our freaking voices heard. From the president, from numerous news stations apologizing for their lack of education, and just spreading the word to every single person we come across, because a lot of people do not know what's going on. They're not educated on the history, and some people really just don't know what to believe. They don't want to sit down and do the research and find it themselves, and they pick and choose what to believe. Now, during this entire time, we raised a lot of money. One thing that we need for survival is money, because we do not have the right weapons to protect ourselves. We have nothing. We're funded by no one. We are putting up a great fight for what we have, but it is just truly not enough. Each and every day that goes by, we spend $30 million a day on war. $30 million a day from Armenia that it takes to fund a one-day war. And another thing that breaks my heart is to realize, if it wasn't for Los Angeles and all of the money that we're collecting to send to Armenia Fund, I don't know if Armenia would even be standing right now. That is the only help we need. Thank you to whoever has spread awareness, who has educated people who needed to be educated on this topic, protested for what's right. But right now we need funds to go to Armenia Fund more than anything. That is what's gonna help us fight the war. For topics like this, it's either I'm gonna say too much or say too little. You guys know, if you need any more information, you can find all of that on my Instagram, and you could even look up yourself, do your research, and you will find all the information that I'm saying in writing. The help I need from you guys is any donation, you guys. If it's either $1, $5, 25 cents, anything that could literally go to fund our war against terrorists. We have actual terrorists that are fighting us. I haven't even included the voice memos from Syrian fighters who were promised thousands of dollars for fighting for Azerbaijan, and they are trying to flee the war. You guys, there is so much going on right now. There are people from Los Angeles who literally flew to Armenia to fight this war. There are people voluntarily putting their entire life at risk to defend their land. And another thing I want to add is the propaganda that I've been seeing all over social media. I mean, it was absolutely disheartening to see children being hired to act like they're crying, act like they're bleeding, when there's actual children who are dying in Armenia because of the unprovoked attacks that have been going on. Absolutely mind-blowing how somebody could have the heart to do that. And actions always speak louder than words. Another thing that I'm remembering is all social media has been shut off in Azerbaijan during this war. No journalists were allowed to go in or out of that region. Just recently, they let some journalists go in with assistance. They were basically assisted every single step that they took.
We have a minder appointed by the Azeri government with us pretty much at all times. So while we are able to go and speak to people, you know, we have a minder with us. We're getting information only from this side of the conflict. Of course, France 24 does have teams in Armenia as well, but it's quite difficult here to really work out what exactly is going on beyond, you know, this communications battle.
And their reasoning to it is to make sure they're not spies. But when you think about it, why would you be worried about them being spies if there's nothing to hide? I mean, so many things come to mind. Our humanitarian aid that we put together to donate to our soldiers, whether it's medication, clothes, like everything we put together. 43 tons of humanitarian aid was blocked off by Turkey, And just today, our humanitarian aid was finally received. It's just the things that they're doing is very inhumane, and they're trying everything that they can to shut us down, to make us lose and proceed another genocide. If we weren't as strong and united as we are, hand in hand, when Armenians come together, I don't think I've seen any stronger force than that. It is almost unbreakable. I mean, literally impossible. You cannot take us down. We're fighting every way that we can, and we will go till the end for what's right. And Vice did a great job on a documentary that shows everything that's going on. I will go ahead and link all of that information you guys need down below. You guys, I don't know what else to say. My brain is literally scattered. The difference between Armenia and Azerbaijan is they are sending off terrorists to fight their fight. They are skinning our soldiers. They are literally mutilating their body and taking pictures of their heads cut off, smiling and posting all of this on Instagram. There were so many graphic videos of them just torturing Armenian soldiers and shooting them up while they're sitting down and laughing at them, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And then there's us. I saw a report of our doctor saving an Azeri soldier's life. Our enemy was being operated on and being saved because that is just our humanity. This is not a fight of war. This is not a fight of land. This is a fight for humanity. That is what we're fighting for. We're fighting to survive. If we put our weapons down, we will be perished. But if they put their weapons down, we will be at peace. We are literally fighting to survive, and I don't know how else to explain the importance of this war any more in depth. I don't know. I read something that was literally so true and a great way to kind of explain how we feel to non-Armenians. It's like waking up to 9/11 every day. Every day. For the last 3 weeks, that is how we have felt. So you guys, anything that you can, please donate to Armenia Fund, and I will go ahead and link down below the correct links because there were fraudulent links made. And all I want to say is speak up for what's right. Speak up for humanity. We were there to support anything that had to do with humanity, and I plead you guys to do the same. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for humanity. If you're not standing up for this cause and you only stand up for yours, I don't know what else to say to you, especially people who are Armenian, who are not Armenian, and you do not speak on this war and you don't try to make a change one person at a time. I don't want to say I lost my hope in humanity, but it's coming close. I literally wake up every day and I'm scared to check my phone. I do not know what I'm gonna expect or what I'm gonna read or know what's gonna happen, and that's the situation that every single Armenian is in right now. For those of you who have joined us in protest, joined us in donations, educating others, speaking up for what's right, we see you, we appreciate you, we love you. And those of you who don't care unless it has something to do with you, I'm disappointed. I really, really am disappointed. Thank you to the numerous people who have used their platforms to voice what's going on overseas. Thank you. All that's left to do is fund this war, and I pray that this war is going to end as soon as possible. But even if it does, please do not stop these funds. Keep them going because we have to rebuild on what they destroyed. These 3 weeks have been very emotional and extremely hard for everybody in the Armenian community and those around the world. And also, not to mention, we have Armenians all over the world, and there were so many places that have been protesting peacefully and showing the world what's really going on in Armenia and trying to make a change. And I think I want to end on that note. Most importantly, thank you to our brave soldiers who have put their lives at risk to defend Armenia. That is it for today's video. Please, you guys, 3 things. Donate to Armenia Fund, research and educate yourselves as much as you can, and don't forget to spread awareness. I will be back very soon, right on schedule. I have so much coming your way, so please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.